Okay, well, just a side note, everyone was nervous and scared. All of the speakers, we were in the backstage, and you could see every single one of us was like, "Ah." And every single one of us was nervous. Every single one of us was rehearsing all the time. Every single one of us was nervously sipping coffee or whatever they were drinking, and all of us were sweating, and all of us were very, very nervous, right? And that's
Yeah.
natural. It's absolutely normal. It's a lot of pressure, and you kind of like feeling everyone's kind of be looking at me, and what if I make a mistake? I'll be terrible. Oh, and you create these scenarios in your head that are not great. And that's absolutely normal. We're only humans. Now, the journey itself was super interesting. I have to say, the way I got into this particular TED Talk was through recommendation, right? So I was approached by the organizers and like, hey, you were recommended as a potential speaker, and we had a meeting about this, and we talked about the potential topic and whether there is some chemistry between us. And of course, they did a little bit of research in me, and that was the how the conversation started. And we met 3 or 4 times trying to figure out what could a talk be about and what could be its potential and the impact and things like that. So it was quite a long process to actually get to the point of what the topic will be. After all, it says TED Talk. So I mean, the specificity is ideas worth sharing, right?
Mm.
And to a certain degree, I find it very, very, very difficult, almost impossible, to come up with ideas that haven't been shared yet. Right? I mean, to a certain degree, like we as humans have evolved so much and generated so many ideas and so many thoughts. It's almost impossible to be very original anymore. I
Yeah.
mean, it's super difficult, right? What I was trying to, my thinking process was, let's skip the original part and let's go for useful, right? That means I'm going to be talking mostly to a younger audience, people who are not necessarily online, but in the whole, the people who came there are mostly younger audience. So my idea was let's create something that they might find useful in their life, something that's applicable, something that is not impossible or does not require too much energy or too much effort. Right. So that was the idea behind it. So that's how I developed the speech. I have developed the idea for the talk. I talked to the organizers; they liked it, and then we started preparing it. The preparation itself is quite long, quite detailed. You have to do a couple of runs and until everyone's happy with it. And so it was a very fascinating journey from many perspectives. And the idea, the talk itself has changed like 3 or 4 times. Not completely, but there were some pivots in it. So yeah, it was fun, tough, very chaotic at points, very fulfilling, superbly nervous inducing, but great.
Yeah.